We got wars, we got civil unrest, we got economic collapse, we got pandemic, we even have solar flares, and that is why I decided to build a 20 kilowatt hour solar array. Let's talk about it. So I just spent 5 minutes complaining about the piece of that's Tim Hortons, which is how we always start our day. Talk about a drug addiction, you know? You know it's bad for you. You know the cups suck. They put the indiscernible scribble on the top. It always leaks. You burn your hands on the cup because they don't provide you a sleeve, but I still go back. Every single day, I'm a simp for Tim Hortons. But I just seen a car that has the license plates Go Solar, and it's pretty symbolic because we're gonna go install a solar system today. The guys from the solar store, they're flying down to help us install this solar system, and everything is just falling into place in the nick of time. That's the story of my life, I guess. Always behind the 8 ball. But it's a first world problem if there ever was one, so I shouldn't complain. Solar, why solar? Why such a big solar array, Nate? Well, I figure someday I might have solar powered farm equipment, a solar powered quad, and we have geothermal. So that takes immense amounts of electricity. But today is the day when we finally no longer have to rely on the government, and instead we're relying on the Chinese solar panels. When I started off this journey into preparedness, I had a 10-watt portable foldable solar panel. Then I stepped it up to a 30-watt. Then I stepped it up to like a whole home system. And now we're finally doing it. We've pulled the trigger on a full-blown whole home setup. All right, guys, so we're currently in the process of using this truck and crane to take the large Lego blocks that are gonna act as a ballast for the solar system. Now, what we're trying to do is line them up nice and straight so that, of course, all of the solar panels are gonna be facing in the exact same direction. I gotta tell you though, man, this would be an awesome Mad Max mobile. If I could get one of these things and trick them out, the guy told me it's 170,000 bucks. So maybe if I keep doing this YouTube thing for a few more years, I'll be able to afford one. Wish me luck. This is the day. It's finally arrived.
Yeah!
High fives. Need a hand? Think I could parkour this? Oh, I got my fingers jammed in there. Let's try some leg press. I see we got a lot of beer in here. Maybe we can have one of these. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sounds like me after a night of tacos. Hey man, nice to see ya. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, no problem.
Solar power store. You guys have been busy.
Yeah, it's been a busy season.
Oh, it's good to have you here on site, and as you can see, everything's in place. 5,000 pounds of ready to rock. Tell me, is business pretty good? Who's like buying stuff?
Honestly, a lot of preppers.
A lot of preppers, hey?
Yeah, we've had projects in Nova Scotia with those bunkers, like military.
Did you do any celebrities?
Can't disclose that kind of information.
Oh, ooh, look at
Grab
that.
it from...
That is freaking juicy. So do you think I should build like an outer shack for this?
No.
No? This is waterproof?
Yeah.
Really?
It's all full, yeah.
Waterproof, snowproof?
It's all proof, yeah.
We're gonna go get some concrete blocks.
Yeah, he brought him over. There's a couple there.
You brought me the bad shovel. This is the, never buy a shovel like this. Look at this piece of I'd say that's more than sufficient. This is where the batteries are going, correct?
Yeah, so if you want to crack that open.
I do. I'll scrape.
Yeah, twist.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. I'm so excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
I guess, eh?
Some people get off on Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton. This is my only decadence right here. Unboxing preps. Now, is this okay in the heat? Like if we get like 35-degree heat?
Yeah, so batteries actually don't produce too much heat. So each battery has its own heater built in.
Yeah.
So when you have 8 of them together, it's like you have one massive heater, and they all communicate. So if one heater goes on, all the heaters go on.
Is it true that solar functions a bit better in winter?
Yeah, so panels actually prefer the cold,
Yeah.
and they'll perform better in the cold. So it's kind of catch-22 because we have shorter days in the winter,
Yeah.
but we're producing better when it's cold.
Just so you guys know, I did buy this system. I got a little bit of a discount, but you know, full disclosure, I had to pay for this system. Sapir didn't just come and he's not like the solar power fairy. I know lots of people think they're just making it rain over here for Canadian Prepper, but no, that's not how it works in the real world. So, Arnold Schwarzenegger. There we go. I gotta go all the way to the end. Gone through the sea of working. One down. All right, so we got all of our mounts laid out. What's the next step?
So now we're gonna measure the distances in between. We'll start drilling in our anchors, and then we'll put base on top of the anchor, and then we'll level out the mounts.
Hopefully we don't mess it up. But so how far apart do these need to be, would you say?
So it'd be about 70 and 3/4 inches.
70 and 3/4 inches. And is there room for error?
There's a bit of room for error, so we're gonna be plus minus half
Because
an
we will
inch.
make mistakes.
For sure. If we cut out these like metal pieces in the middle, it'd be much easier.
When I bought these blocks, they all had these hooks. We're kind of confined to work within this space unless we bust out a jackhammer and get rid of these. So we have to now go and clip all these cables in here because they're getting in the way of where we can set the ground mounts. That's not fun. This is an essential prepper item. Put it in your bug out bag. Only weighs about 10 pounds. You know, if you're into that ultralight camping, you're probably gonna die in the apocalypse anyways. That's a big gauge cord.
That's what they had.
Nice cord. It's expensive, those things. Feeling insecure over here.
Not the size, right? That's how you use it.
Have no fear, Sapir is here. See what I did there? I'm gonna clip this here.
A great Prime Minister told me how to do it this way. Will take a little longer, but you make sure you don't hurt your fingers.
Oh, more, like really.
Now come on, Nick.
Got to get stuff nice and level, so
Keep it on the
it
level.
looks nice.
That's right.
That's basically what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it look nice.
Yeah, you want to have that nice curb appeal, right?
For all the marauders who are going to come and try to steal my after the apocalypse.
That's right.
So there's lots of preppers buying solar panels now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the one kind of power that you can always kind of count on.
And it's practical, you know. There's a cost savings aspect to it as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, when you think about factoring the ability to store any energy, excess energy you generate with batteries.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a heck of a lot cheaper than buying gas for a generator or anything like that, right? So even if you are still connected to the grid, right, then you don't have to worry about brownouts or blackouts or power surges or anything like that. And it's pretty worry-free. I mean, once you get it installed, there's really not a lot of maintenance to it. So it's really appealing, obviously, to the prepper side of things for sure.
All right, guys, so we're about ready to start putting the actual mounts that the panels are going to mount onto now. What is the next step here?
All right, so we're gonna create a bit of an assembly line. We're gonna assemble all of our V's on each one of the ground mounts.
Yeah.
After that, we can put the cross rails on them.
So what you're saying is we're going to have to put these guys to work. They're actually going to have to do some work. So that's
break a
you.
sweat today.
It's time to come to Gulag. You come here, you must work now. You're finally going to work for once in your life. I don't know what accent this is, but it's something. You said
so-
pretty durable. What are they made of?
So it's made out of aluminum, so it won't rust.
Won't rust.
Easy to work with. And because there's so many touch points on this structure, it's actually meant for hurricane weather. So it goes up to 120 miles per hour.
We get plow winds around here that are about 100-kilometer gusts.
Yeah.
So that should, you know.
That'd be no
that's
problem
more
for
than
it. Yeah. Yeah, it's meant for the toughest.
Well, let's get this assembly line rolling, and I don't think this is going to take too long, but you never know. All right, guys, so we're hard at work here, as you can see. I'm working really hard. There's communists over there working for me. I know they're plotting against me. It's the proletariat and the bourgeoisie. I have a sneaking suspicion that they're not working. They're pretending to work, but they're actually plotting a revolution. So I have a plan. They don't know it yet, but their tools are about to self-detonate in T-minus 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep. Okay, so now we're putting up the cross beams. We had to bolt them all together, knocked all that dust out of there.
And there's gonna be one long side, one short side.
Okay.
Short side is what's gonna clip on.
Just like that?
Yep.
Screw the top and screw it down. So I'm noticing that this is kind of sloped. Is that because this one's higher? It looks like it's going down, you know? Like it looks like it's going like that.
Oh yeah, I think we can just angle a bit to make that one a bit higher.
Yeah, that's why. It's because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we bring it up.
No,
to the same,
we're good. Yeah.
we
Oh
should
yeah,
be
we're good.
Yeah.
So should we get the next one on? So it's September 25th, and right now it's 31 degrees outside. Fortunately, we have a nice breeze, so it's not too bad. We're about to assemble the first panel.
Exciting.
So it's been a long time coming. Here we go. What are we doing? Tightening this up?
Tightening things up first.
Where am I tightening here? All the way tight?
Yeah.
No slack?
No slack. So a common question that comes up when people install these is how far apart should the rails be? There's always these two holes on all the solar panels. The rails need to be between these two holes, or people call them mounting holes. Then you know that you've installed it correctly. In our case here, it's about 50 inches. There's a mid clamp, end clamp. Straightforward, end clamp goes in the ends. Panel's gonna go in, and it's gonna go in between every two panels.
So this is going to come up and over the panel?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, you're gonna essentially bite into the frame.
Oh. How much would you say these panels weigh?
About 60 pounds, maybe closer to 70.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna slide it and let it rest on this.
We're on the top right
Music to my ears. Easy money.
Yep.
Putting the panels
the most
on.
satisfying,
Isn't
eh?
that something? It is satisfying.
That's like an athlete, you know, like 10 years of prep for 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
now. You got it, Spirit?
Yeah, I got it.
My first impression is aesthetically, these are really nice looking panels. They're bifacial, so they get the light from both sides. As a prepper, I really don't care how it looks. I just want it to function properly. But for you yuppies out there who are not going to survive the apocalypse anyways, hey, you might as well look good until it goes down. All right, guys, so this is the last two panels. It's been a long, windy day. My dogs have trashed the yard, and I'm about to call it quits. So let's get this up here. We've made a lot of mistakes along the way. Our measurements were a little bit off, but we've finally figured it out right at the end of everything. Up a little bit, just give her.
Give her. You go out and you give her.
All right, last one. Woo! Save the biggest gust for last.
For the big finale.
Oh, look at that. Beauty.
That's like,
Nailed it. All right, the final twist. There we go. Woo! Now we can really get a sense of
the ground.
what's out of whack and what isn't. All right, guys, so I left this to the communist cameraman and they totally f***ed it up. I don't know if they drinking too much vodka last night, but very crooked. So now we have to realign these panels. This is one thing that, you know, when you see a finished project like this, you just think, must be plug and play, you clip it on, but aligning these panels to all be the perfect angle and look nice and symmetrical, not easy to do. So we screwed up. We got to go back. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be easy fix. We just got to shuffle these, loosen some stuff, realign it, and then it's going to look like $1 million. How the system is going to work is that it has an automatic switch because we are on grid power as well. So whenever the sun isn't shining and the batteries still need to be topped off, it's going to be getting power from the grid. During the day, when the sun's out, we're not going to be getting power from the grid, and we're going to try to fill up those batteries with mostly solar power, and then all of this juice from this battery is going to power the house. This is cool because while the grid is working, I can use the grid power. I just don't have to use as much of it. So it's a very cool system, very smart system. I think this is going to make us more aware of the power we're using, which I think is another nice benefit of this. All right, guys, so if you have any questions about why we built this system, why we configured it in the way, why we use the mounts, why we use the concrete blocks, check out the comment section below and put attention solar guys and ask your question. I'm gonna see to it that the solar guys come back, pop in and answer those questions. If you want any more information about getting a system like this, go through the links in the description below. And if you live in the Saskatchewan region and you want to get a system installed, I would encourage you to check out Moshwa Electric. Information will be in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by gearing up at CanadianPreparedness.com, where you'll find high-quality survival gear at the best prices, no junk, and no gimmicks. Use discount code PREPPINGGEAR for 10% off. Don't forget, the strong survive, but the prepared thrive. Stay safe.